Alright, so we're going to find a slope, and what we'll use is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is x1, y1, x2, y2. So that'll give me 31 minus 1 over 5 minus 10. That's 30 over negative 5, which is equal to what?
Negative 6. Right.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. How do you
So every time you go to the right, so this is rise or run. So when x goes up 1 unit, y will go down, will decrease by 6 units.
okay. So always put in an inflection point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Next one says find slope of the line in the figure.
It's undefined.
No, there is a slope.
Well,
We've got from here to here, right? And it's doing this number. This one is going to be negative 5, comma 7. This one is going to be positive 5, comma 5. All right, so what we think about here is that going from negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0. This is going to be going 5 units to here and another 5 units over, right? So it's going to be a total of 10 in the x. All right, 10 to the right. And then going down, going from 7, 6, down to 5 for a y. Okay, so y is going down 1, 2 units. All right, y is always going to be the rise over run. So the slope m, rise over run, is going to be equal to the change in the y's. That's like a triangle. It means change in y over change in x, going from left to right. And so going from the left to the right, I have negative 2 over 10, which is equal to negative 1 over 5. That'll be my slope.
so just put in negative 5.
Negative 1 over 5. Okay. Next question. Bart decided to take a bicycle trip to the observatory. The road has a vertical rise of 288 feet for every 1,800 feet of horizontal change. In percent, what is the grade of this road? So that means we're going to be going up 288 feet for every 1,800 feet that we go over. All right, so what they want to know is what is our slope right here, but they want to know it as a percentage. So I've got rise over run, and both of them are positive, right? That's the positive y direction, and then this is in the positive x direction. So I've got my rise, which is 288 over 1,800, and they just want a percentage. So if I do 288 over 1,800, that gives me 0.16, and to change a decimal to a percentage, you just multiply it times 100. gives me 16%.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so on our next question here it says, find the slope, if it exists, of the line containing the pair of points. So we're given 2 points, 2 comma 0 and 0 comma negative 1. All right, and we're asked to find the slope. All right, we're going to use the equation m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This being x1, y1, x2, y2. Now I always recommend that you label those, so that way you can just plug them into here very easily. So m is equal to negative 1 minus 0 over 0 minus 2. Negative 1 minus 0 is negative 1. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. The two negatives are positive. My slope is 1/2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next equation, or the next problem says graph the line containing the point P and having slope m. So if they give us point P being equal to negative 2 comma 6 and then having a slope of negative 3, what we're going to do is we'll go from the point x being negative 2, y being positive 6, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is down 3 over 1, right? So 1, 2, 3, and over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. So we would end up graphing a line that looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 7. Find and interpret the slope of the line that goes to the given points. All right, so they're giving us, again, 3 comma negative 3 and negative 1 comma negative 3. So this would be x1, y1, x2, y2, and m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, y2, negative 3. Watch how I do this. Negative 3 minus negative 3 divided by negative 1 minus 3. Negative, so that's going to be a 0. This is going to be anything except 0, we're good, but that's negative 4. So 0 divided by anything is equal to 0. So my slope is equal to 0, right?
Wouldn't it be a since the slope? Since the y was 0.
Right. So, in order for the slope to be undefined, this fraction would have to be undefined. The only thing that makes this undefined is if you divide by 0.
Yeah.
Okay. But since we're a slope of 0, then what I have is when y is equal to -3, I have a horizontal line. Okay? So the slope is equal to 0, but there is no change in y. The line is horizontal. That would be our interpreting the answer part. Okay. Next question. Graph the line containing point P and having the slope down. Alright, so if P is equal to -3, 3, and M is equal to 4
over 1.
Right, 4 over 1, so this will be rise over run, so up 4 over 1. Then we have to start at -3, where x is -3, and y is +3. We'll be starting right there. Up 4 over 1. So we'll go up 4 and then over 1 right there. Now you can also go the other way, down 4 and then over 1 this way. Okay, so starting at +3, go down here to -1. So that'll be a graph, and we just have to put it into the computer. Oh shit. Okay, sorry, we're supposed to have x is -3, y is, oh yeah, we did it right.
Yeah.
Alright, number 9. Draw the graph of the two lines with the given properties on the same rectangular coordinate system. So both lines are going to have a slope equal to 2 over 5.
Up 2 over 5, right?
Right. One line is going to pass through, so we'll call this P1 for the first line. It's going to pass through -2, 3.
-3.
-2, -3. And then the other line, we'll call it P2, is going to pass through the point 3, 2. Alright? So I'm going to start with that. So I've got -2, -3, down 3, and -2 right here. Alright, and then we've got to go up 2 over 5. So up 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Alright, so we'll have one graph that'll be going like this. And we'll have P2 is going to be
Over to the right, 3.
starting at x equals 3, y equals 2. And we'll also be going up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, we should be there. So we'll be going up to 1, 2, and then over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. It'll be something like that. The key here is that these are parallel. lines.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go graph this. All right, so this one gives me -2, -3,
-3.
and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be one of them. And we'll do another one at x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, the next problem. Find and interpret the slope of the line containing these points. So I've got 1 over 4 and 1 over 7. And then 1 over 2, comma 9 over 14. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2, and m is equal to
Can we take out the fractions first?
y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You need to be able to do it with fractions. Alright, I have 9 over 14 minus 1 over 7 divided by 1 over 2 minus 1 over 4. Okay, so looking at the top part, I need to get I need to do anytime I do addition or subtraction of fractions, I have to have a common denominator. So for this common denominator, what are we going to have?
14.
Okay, so multiply that one times 2, top and bottom. Alright, down here, what's going to be our denominator?
4.
Multiply this one times 2, top and bottom. Alright, so this is going to give me 19 over 14 minus 2 over 14 divided by 2 over 4 minus 1 over 4. We can rewrite this as 9 minus 2 over 14 divided by 2 minus 1 over 4. Alright, 9 minus 2?
7.
7 over 14 divided by 2 minus 1?
1 over 4.
1 over 4. Alright, so now that I have two fractions divided by each other, what I can do is take the bottom one and flip it and then multiply.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why couldn't you put 7 over 14 as 2?
We can if we want to, but it's really not going to make any difference. 7 over 14, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So that'll change to 1 over 2 divided by 1 over 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we will flip this bottom one and multiply. So I'll have 1 over 2 times 4 over 1, right? Because that's flipped and then multiplied right here. So when we do multiplication, we just go straight across. 1 times 4.
4 over 2.
4, 2 times 1, 2. So my slope
1, 2 over 1
is equal to 2. Okay?
Those are longer.
That's what she said. Okay. So based on that, we've got choices here that the value of y will increase by blank units when x either increases or decreases by blank units.
Wouldn't it be B?
So I have 2 over 1, so this is going to be the y is changing positive 2, so y is increasing by 2 units, and x is increasing by 1 unit, right? So the value of y will increase.
It'd be D.
by 2 units when x increases by 1 unit. That's correct.
That's correct.
And that's how you get a 100.
Good job. Good job. See, I understand it when we go like that and slower.